By the end of this video, you'll be able to make a scene like this. Open your Blender. I am using Blender 4.0. If you're using either higher or lower, there are no much big changes in settings. Once I'm inside my Blender, I'm going to delete everything. Then I'm going to add a plane. Go to Mesh, Shift A, add a plane. Then scale it out. Click S to scale out. Then drag the mouse wheel to scale out. Once I'm there, then I'm going to add a camera. Shift A, add a camera. Then I want to view from the camera. Then click N. I want to have a camera view. I want to drag it out and up so that I can have something, so that I can be able to see the plane. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I want to see something like a horizon at the end. I think something like that. Something like that. Then bring something in. I want to have a horizon at the end. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to unlock there. Once I have that camera locked in, I'm going to change here from outliner to 3D viewport so that I can be able to view from the camera from here. And mostly I don't like seeing so many things, so I can click this one to remove the grid so that I can just have the plane and the camera. Now when I'm out of the camera, I'm going to subdivide this. Click tab to enter into edit mode, and then going to subdivide. I'm clicking the mouse wheel, and then subdivide. You can also add the subdivision from here, the number of cuts, instead of clicking the subdivision each and every time. I think 6 are enough in my view. Remember, we are looking here through the camera so that we can be able to see where we are editing and where we are not editing. I want to add some bump. Let me first of all click the whole of this. Click this vertices, then hold on command, then click this one so that you can be able to select everything. Then come here. I'm going to click O to activate this one. Then connected. Then I'm going to rotate. Going to increase the proportion editing. I want to have something like to have a slope over here, whereby the camera will try to view. Let's see if there's a slope over there. You can slide that up there, something like that. Then I'm going to just adjust here to add some bumps. I can reduce this one, add a bump here. You can see from the camera. Add another bump here, add another one here. Beautiful. Don't want so many bumps. Add a smaller one here. Make sure the camera can be able to see the bump. Yeah, can be able to see a slope. You can add another one here. I don't want this one to be so flat. I can put a depression by going down like this. Yeah, I think that is enough. And then I can click that, then shade smooth. Once we have that, I'm going to add grass. Remember, today we are learning how to add grass in our plane. Once I'm in particles, I'm going to click this plus and then click option here. You can see now we have a lot of a lot of hair, and they're so tall. So I'm going to decrease the hair length here up to the level which most of the time I like using 0.2. 0.2 is good with me. If yours is taller, you can be able to reduce here by either clicking this side, reduces a bit, but mine is okay. So the other thing that I like doing is to add the number of children, put it the interpolated, and then put it 100. If your computer does not accommodate that kind of just sometimes your computer may be starting to show some slowness and dragging, so you can reduce the numbers here. Since mine is not hanging, so I'm just use what is in the render mode. So I just have the 100 to 100. Then since my computer is not arriving, I will just add here some grasses up to 2,500. Yeah, my computer is handling that very well. The next thing that I like doing is giving it some physics. We add here something we call Brownian 0.02. If you feel it is stronger, you can reduce it. I think 0.02 was okay. It was giving some bumps here and there. Then here you can dump it at 0.003. Not so much. I think my grass is okay. There's a lot of roughness going here, which is okay. That's what we want. And also something that you can do with grass is come here to the clamp. When you are working on grass, I want you to listen very, very carefully. Grass, they tend to be like moving from a center point going outwards, like that, from center point going outward. But when you're working on hair tend to be like they want hair far, like they want to meet at the up there. Now, when you're making maybe a carpet, far for maybe for a dog and everything, you make sure that you increase the clamp so that your hair can be able to move close together. But since this grass, I'm going to reduce it to negative something. Negative. Remember, when it comes to settings, you just play with them. I don't want to have a lot of clamping. I think that is okay. No, the only thing that we are remaining with texturing. I'm going to show you. Let us put here so that we can be able to see the texture. I also like increasing my Bayesian inclusion. I like it when it is at 20 so that we can have that shadow effect. And also here factor, I put a factor of 2 to have that shadow effect. If it's too much, you can reduce on your side. And also I like it when I have some of medium contrast. That's okay with me. Let's go back to a camera. So let us come to texturing. I'm going to add a material and we can call it grass. I'm just going to add one material which will act for grass and also for background. So I'm going to add an image texture, open, come to my file, look for, is it grass or ground? Okay, grass. I like this one much, grass texture. Going to select it and open the image. Look at it. I have not done anything. I have not done any settings to do like this, just the texture. And you can see we have here some gray grass, we have greener grass, and this is what we want. Your grass has to be to have different patterns so that it can look like a grass like this. So the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm not going to do so much on that. That is done. The grass is done. I'm going to add here something like a cloud, something like a sky. And there's a very simple way of doing that. I'm going to add here a sphere. You can reduce the number of segments all the to 12. Then scale it. Make sure that you scale this sphere to a point where it passes your camera, so that your camera can be able to be inside that sphere. You can be able to see okay, like that. You can be able to see here on the viewport. And then in your camera mode, once you have scaled it out, you can be able to go to edit mode. Remember here, just need those faces which the camera is facing. I will take this face, this face, this face, this face, and maybe this one and this one. Let me just take this and this one and this one. This is a very fast way of doing it. Hide those. The remaining one, I'm going to delete them because I just need the face. I just need those faces which the camera is facing, so that I can be able to add my sky. I can shade smooth. So once I have that, I'm going to add a material and call it sky. Once I have a sky, remember sky is always color blue, like that. Wow, that's beautiful, but it is lacking something, right? You can agree with me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going here to open something we call shade editor. I'm going to close that one by clicking N. I want to view now here from my camera view so that I can be able to see what I'm doing. I want to add some clouds on that sky. Remember, this is the simplest way to do this. And I want you to understand, I'm going to add here a color ramp. Just type color ramp, put here. Make sure the black color, you click that, and make sure this color blue goes along with that one, so that you can be able to get that. That's beautiful. Now you can see you have a mixture of blue and white, but you want to have some noise on it. We have to add some noise texture. Connect them here direct to the fact. Wow, that's beautiful. Now you see now we have some noise texture here of white and blue. We want now to add the blue one up a bit. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now you have some clouds on our sky. Remember, Blender is all about testing and testing and testing and testing. This is something that I tested and I saw it is something that is bringing what you want. Then we can, most of the time, remember, the sky always emits some light. That's true. So you can come here to the immersion and connect this color to this one, and just give some small immersion, not just small immersion, like 0.3, just small. That's too much. Let us give it 0.3 is okay. 0.3 is okay. It's okay. Now that is done, the other thing that I'm going to do now, let me now go back to my 3D view. Now here we can be able to go back to normal. No, my camera is now my laptop is lagging because there's too much which is happening. It is recording at the same time I'm doing this and that. Let me come here. This is what we do when your laptop is lagging. You can come here and switch off the particles. Remember, they are there. You can switch on if you want, and also you can switch off. And when you render, they render normally because the rendering option is on. But when you click here, when you render, it will not be there. So once we have that, and now I think now it is a bit faster. It is a bit faster now. I am going to add environment. I'm going to add lighting. Remember, now when I click this one here, remember this is material view. Now when I go to rendering viewport, it is black. There is no light. The only light that we can be able to see this small lighting from our sky. But now I want to have some light. I want to come here. Remember, I'm here on the world. Click color. Come here to the environment. I'm going to add a HDRI image, which will act as remember, HDRI image, too much light. Let me go to 0.6. Yeah, I think 0.6 is okay. Remember, HDRI image, it's an image which comes with its own light, and it covers the whole ground. Let me click here so that I can be able to see what I'm talking about. HDRI. Now there, this one here. Now this is the HDRI image. It covers the whole ground. This is the HDRI image. Now you're using its source of light to light our scene. Now when that is done, but I don't necessarily use that much of the time, because most of the time I have to add my own light so that we can have some shadows, some here and there, so that we can be able to have some realism. Like now you can be able to see there is too much light which is uniform. There's too much light which is, let me use that word, which is uniform light. So even if I bring back my grass, you can see it is so much uniform, the lighting. But now I want to have a light which, I'm going to do something here very fast. Let me click that off so that I can be able to do it fast. I'm going to add a mesh, a plane, scale it. I want to have something, a shadow, which will fall on my plane from this side. Let's put it from this side. My laptop is lagging, it's lagging, don't worry. Too much that is happening. And make sure your shadow catcher is not, your shadow emitter is not on your camera, but we're going to adjust it later once we see what it's doing. Once I have that, I'm going to add a material on it. Come here, add an image material. I'm going to add a PNG transparent tree. I saved it as a bush. Where is it? Bush. Yeah, I know the spelling is not that correct. I'm going to add that a bush. And then I want to make it transparent. I want to have a shadow like tree on the plane. So you can see it is not that transparent. So I'm going to do some settings here. Come here to shader editor. Make sure this alpha is connected to this alpha. Once that alpha is connected, nothing has happened. So the other setting that we normally do is to change the blend mode to alpha blend, like that. Wow. And also we change this the shadow mode to alpha clip. Now once that is done, I'm going to add a source of light, which is the sun, so that we can be able to have that kind of shadow. Now this sun, I'll put it behind our shadow catcher, so that we can be able to have that, so that it can be able to catch that shadow. And then make sure that it is pointing direct, perpendicularly to that shadow catcher. Now when you come to our 3D view, which is here, and put it to render view, you'll be able to see that shadow. For now it is not there because maybe the sunlight does not have that strength. Let us put you can be able to see. Now let us reduce maybe to 20. Now you can see where the shadow is catching. I want to move it a bit. I want the shadow to be somewhere here, so we are just going to play with the direction. Yeah, like that. Something that's too much. Yeah, something like that. And then I'm going to reduce the strength of the sun, maybe 5. You can be able to see. Then maybe let us reduce this one to 0.5. Nice. Let us add this one to maybe 10. Too much. When you can see it's too much. 6. Should we stick with 5? Let's stay with 5. I think 5 is okay. Then I want to change a bit the light color, maybe to something like that. Okay, when you put green, it will turn green. When you put blue, it will turn blue. When you put red, it will turn red. Let's just put some white there so that we can have some realism, like that. So when we render, we're ready for us to render. We have the camera, the grass is there already. So when you render, you click F12 to render. Let us wait and see. I think that image is okay, but it misses a lot of things. It is missing a lot of things. But that's basically how you make grass. You can do some tweaking here and there on the grass, because I can see there is a lot that is missing on the grass. Let me see the grass. Don't hang, tafadhali. There's a lot that is missing in grass. Maybe clamping's okay. Roughness, maybe we can add some head point here. No. 0.009. That's okay. So that grass can have that kind of. And also there's another setting here. Let me show you how we make cartoony grass. It's where is the curve? Curve, come here, curve. Strip. But I can see the shadow is not that much visible. Let's go to the sunlight settings. The lighting. Let us add it to 8. Like that. Then there's something here about shadow. Cascade shadow. You can add this one a bit faded. I think the others. What else have I done? Okay. This one, the texture. I can reduce the texture. I can increase this one. And also the last thing that I'm going to do is to play with the camera. The depth. Make sure that the depth. The view display limits I want to see. Okay. That's okay. Can come here and put 0.2, 0.5, so that no 0.4. Then we can reduce this one. You can reduce the focus distance to 5, or you can play with it to 6. Once you're done, you can render. Thank you for watching that exciting video, and kindly stay tuned until next time. We are going to make so many videos that you love and also you learn with us.